Why do you think you landed in the R&B folder? Is it just the way music is? Oh yes, honey. How would you actually describe your sound to like maybe someone who's never listened to your music? Or actually another good question is, how is your sound marketed versus what you believe it to be?
At the start, it was marketed as R&B.
Interesting.
And I was like, where?
Yeah.
Now it's pop, which is good because that is what I make. I don't know. I just think I make pop music. I personally think it's like more acoustic-led, chilled pop.
Yeah.
And now when you listen to my album, majority of the songs on there are that. However, I do have random moods where I like to jump out of said box and just make whatever my spirit tells me. But then those songs end up becoming singles, so then people have an idea
of what your
of what it is when it's not. So I would say pop. So it's just an easy umbrella to stay under.
Why do you think you landed in the R&B folder? Is it just the way music is? Oh yes, honey. To be honest, I feel like all black artists in the UK, if you sing, automatically you're put into the R&B genre. I'm a big fan of R&B, to be honest. It's my favorite genre.
It's my favorite genre.
To be truthful.
Yeah.
But when I listen to you, I don't get the R&B. I get some bits.
Not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now you're happy in the pop.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I feel like you're poppy to me. I don't really know what
am I then?
To me, to my ears, like lovely, mellow, chill, can really get into a mood. I don't know what genre that is.
You don't know what that is.
Let's just get rid of the genres. How about that? How about
Just
people
exist.
just be whatever they want to be? Forget the box.
Alas.
How do you feel about indie?
I don't mind that. I don't think I am though.
I don't think I know much indie music.
No, Rachel Chinariri's indie. I wouldn't say I'm indie.
Okay.
I would say, I think I fit under the pop. If we think about pop in terms of like a verse, pre-chorus, chorus,
yes.
verse to pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, end, most of my songs have that. So it falls into the pop layout, like the pop template. And then I think my voice, whether it's a soulful voice.
Very.
So I think dependent on what notes I choose and how I choose to sing things will make people feel like I'm going down an R&B route or not. So I think my voice will add soul to any song I sing, but I think the production and like music is pop.
Poppy.
Yeah.
So when you first started out, I know you were doing a lot of busking. I'm really interested to understand what was that like. 'Cause I'm imagining I'm a very extroverted person.
I can tell.
Maybe too much, some might say. It's a bit overwhelming sometimes for me, personally.
Okay.
If I had to get up, let's say Brixton, because Brixton's a lot of places, I see a lot of buskers, and just start singing, that'd be a lot. So,
I think that sounds like hell to busk in Brixton.
That's crazy. People do it straight outside the station. It's a vibe sometimes. People are getting low. Yeah. People are snapping.
Yeah.
We've got the TikTok lives.
Yeah.
I do enjoy it. So how did you find it?
Very scary. But luckily I was on the South Bank, and the South Bank, if you're walking along there, you know you're going to see street performers. That's just like a given. Whereas I think other stations, that's not really what you're expecting. So with the South Bank, you have to like audition to get like a...
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like
tell us more about that, because I think a lot of people don't know. I assume people just pitch up and start singing.
Oh, so there's a whole community of buskers. It's a crazy world.
This is fun. Okay, tell me.
Crazy world. So basically, the station is like, Leicester Square, like all of those ones. If you rock up there and try and like pitch up, some buskers are rude.
Really?
Some of them will be like, no, you can't busk.
This is my territory.
Yeah. Even though it's like just a piece of land that they don't own.
Okay.
They'll be like, no, you can't busk here. So that's what happens usually at the stations. If you want to go underground, you need to apply through this thing called Busking London.
Wow.
For you to be able to like get an underground pitch. Or anywhere inside a station, you have to apply. Outside a station is kind of free reign, but the police can come and tell you to be quiet and whatever. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure outside of a station, the rules aren't the same. But the South Bank, every year they hold auditions.
Okay.
You go down, And that's auditions for everyone, like anyone. So you could be a singer, you could be those people that, you know, rally up a big group
and just
do a whole load of nothing for an hour. They don't do anything. I don't really know
what they're doing.
They don't do anything.
They're just doing things.
I learned that the other day. Not the other day, I learned that when I was there. I was like, oh my gosh, so like what's the big thing? They don't do anything.
Like the ones who are in the main Leicester Square, like what are they doing?
They just go, come on everyone, come.
But what is the purpose?
So they go, come, and they walk around with their money.
Get the money.
And then they just hype everyone up for an hour.
Professional
and then,
hype man.
Yeah, and then people eventually walk on because they're like, oh, nothing's happening. And then new people join and get sucked in. Okay. So they basically they've actually finessed the whole system.
Okay, good for them. Do you know what I mean?
I love it for them. So you audition, you get your license, and then the rules are you get to the busking pitch. Mm-hmm. There's like a pitch laid out. If you get there first, you're the first one on. If you get there and like you see 3 other people's busking equipment, then you're 4th in the queue.
And how long do people have?
An hour.
That's it?
You have an hour, and then you can put your stuff behind the next person and do another slot, but you can't just come in and put your stuff in front of people. Like, it's a whole etiquette.
This is crazy. I thought people were just there, living their life.
No.
There's a whole process.
Next time you're there, if you see multiple, like,
I'm gonna look
you'll
around.
Be like, oh, there's like 4 or 5 buskers today.
So in that hour, you've got to really give your all.
Yeah, good hour. I used to make like, if it was a good day, like a summer's day, the yummy mummies were out.
Yeah.
I'd make like 150, 200 quid.
£150? That's serious money.
Yeah. But sometimes you'd get little kids that would walk over and
steal the money
and try and like pick it up. And I'd go, no, child, put it back.
How did you prepare for this busking set? Because I'm now realizing this is a serious situation.
I only busked because I needed money and I needed to have like a flexible kind of income to be able to still pursue music. So for me, it was very much like, I need to just do the songs that everyone will know. It wasn't so much of like, I'm going to sing my own songs.
So this is when you're doing covers?
Yeah. So I just sang covers for an hour. Mm-hmm. A lot of Ed Sheeran, that just everyone whipped their money out for some Ed Sheeran.
Going, yeah.
And then you get a lot of like tourists or like schools that came from like European countries. And they would know the songs on the charts. So I would sing a few songs on the charts.
Smart.
And then I would sing like some old songs like Imagine. And just like, imagine all the people.
What I was singing earlier?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I would like do songs like that.
So songs that the people know.
Yeah.
And when do you feel like you knew you were going to take music seriously? Was it through the busking? Where did you get truly discovered, would you say?
Online. During lockdown.
The big wide web.
Yeah.
Let's get into your TikTok life.
So I joined TikTok March of 2020. So literally
exactly the time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I joined then. I literally just used it for fun. Like I just would watch videos on it and just found it really funny. And at the time I was like posting covers on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And I was paying for ads on Instagram. So I was paying like £30 ads on my covers to get them pushed out, and it was working. But then I was like, my income is going down and down, so I don't think I can continue this. Okay. So I was looking at TikTok and I was like, maybe I should just start posting on here. Why not? So I started posting, following started to grow a little bit, and I was like, okay, there seems to be a demand. People like what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. Following kept growing. Different trends were happening. So I just started jumping on the trends. There were loads of singing trends at the time. So like there was quite a few singers in America, and then me, and then a few others from different countries who just managed to capitalize on the fact that people really wanted to hear people sing at the time. It's not really the same now, but back then people really wanted to hear people sing. I think they just wanted escapism.
Yep.
So I kept posting, and then I was like, maybe I should post some original music. Posted some original music, and it went down well. And then I teased my song Go.
Yes.
And then that did really well. And I was like, what is happening? Put it out. And it did well. Like it got to like 1 million streams, and I was really happy with that.
That's very serious. That's very serious accolade there. You said that so it got to 1 million streams. Oh,
yeah,
huge.
But like I think in my head, like it didn't change my life. It was just like, that's amazing. Mm-hmm. So I was like, yeah, that's really great for like my first song. Like this is the song. I'm so glad. And then a year and a half, almost 2 years later, towards the end of 2021.
Yep.
It just started to have a resurgence. We still, none of us really know how, but like...
That's how TikTok works though.
Nobody knows.
You've got the oldest songs are coming back. Loads of Lauryn Hill songs are now becoming people are discovering it now.
Yeah.
The album's like 25 years old,
yeah,
or whatever it is. But yeah, that's kind of the beauty of TikTok, though. I think.
Yeah,
some things never die.
Yeah, that's what I say to all my friends. I'm like, if you just put the art out there, you don't know when it's going to get
100%.
discovered. You actually have no idea. So it had its resurgence, and then my life just completely changed.
And with Goat, didn't Sam Smith jump on that?
Yeah, they did.
That's very serious.
They did.
I'm a big fan of Sam Smith.
I love that human being.
Amazing.
With all of my spirit.
What was that experience like?
So fun. Sam's just really funny. Like we got on instantly. I love animated people, and they're really animated. And even though they're like a little bit older than me, I think we just grew up on the same like pop culture vibe. So we just have the same sense of humor. But when they jumped on Go, I was so happy. And then they were like, do you want to come on tour with me? And I was like, yes, please.
Wow.
And then still to this day, I will say that their show's the best show. Like up there with the best show I've ever been to.
Watch consistently. I'm a TikTok addict, obviously.
Yeah.
Consistently, I watch all of Sam Smith's show because I just think that Sam Smith is beyond talented.
It's so fab.
Like, even from way back, Latch, with Disclosure.
But this is why when I say
serious
people,
artist.
If you didn't get to go to Sam's tour, honestly,
gutted.
Like it takes you on such an emotional journey. We start with Stay With Me, we go into like He Can,
yep.
And then it goes like, it's just, and then there's the dancey section with Latch, and like it's just so good.
So you had
then
an
it ends with Unholy.
experience.
Fab.
Did you think that TikTok would have such? Well, it's changed a lot for your career, basically. Did you see that happening at first? Because I think everybody comes on TikTok for a bit of LOL, yeah? Especially during lockdown, escapism, we were all trapped, we were bored, yeah? Everyone's having a joke. It can change your life. Like, did you expect that to happen?
Not at all.
Wow.
I literally was just posting for vibes. I said to myself, so this was when we all thought lockdown was going to end in September of 2020.
Yeah, that was actually an interesting time.
Yeah. So I was like, when September comes, if I haven't I think I set myself a goal of like, if I haven't got to 10K on Instagram, then let's just leave this dream alone, go uni, just try and do something a bit more like stable. And I think after setting myself that mental clock, I just kind of locked in and would just post. I used to post like three times a day.
That's what they tell you to do as
well.
Yeah,
I used to post 3 times a day, just loads of covers, loads of stuff, like following all the trends, everything, with no expectation that it was going to do anything, but just more of like, I'm enjoying it. I have nothing but time. Why not see how far I can take this? And then it just kept growing and growing and growing and growing. And then I still don't know how it happened, to be honest.